This one's going to be a long one, so you better buckle up. We're going to be talking about love. And what does love mean? What does love mean according to the Bible? And also, how as us Christians, why is it so important for us to love? Let's start with the first verse. John chapter 13, verses 34 to 35. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. But by this, all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have loved one another. So what can we extract from the first verse? Jesus said that that's a new commandment and that the law is fulfilled in this, that we love one another. And also, on top of that, that all people will know that we are Jesus' disciples by how we love one another. So it's important to love each other because people will know we're Christian, people will know we belong to Christ by the way that we love each other. So what is love according to the Bible? This is a very famous verse. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 7. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast, is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but it rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Our human nature is not patient. Our human nature is not kind. Our human nature envies and boasts about itself. And our human nature is very arrogant. And the love that the world likes to sell is this very lustful love, this very transactional love. But the love that God is telling us to do here in the Bible is the opposite of our nature. It endures all things, it believes all things, it hopes all things. So when we choose to love God's way, it's going against the way the world is telling us to love. So how do we love one another? We have to be patient to one another. We have to be kind to one another. We have to deny ourselves before one another. We have to endure all things for one another. We have to believe and hope all things for one another. We pray for each other in hopes that we get better. It's this long-suffering love. The same love that Jesus Christ had for the church is a love that God is calling you and me to have for one another. And by this, the whole world will know we are his disciples if we choose to love each other in this unconditional, unfailing love. And that reminds me of Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Then Jesus told his disciple, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. When we love each other and when we choose to love each other, we have to deny the flesh. What do I mean by that? Choosing to be patient with someone, choosing to be kind to someone, choosing to go against your nature, which is the opposite of the biblical love that we're called to have, is denying yourself. You're putting others before yourself because you want to show someone that you love them. And that is beautiful biblical love because we're taught, and Jesus says, by this, all people will know that you're my disciples.